Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to make sure you know all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on all new episodes of Wade's World, Boob Windows and Long Boxes, our Hard R movie reviews, and so much more, all completely uncensored. Access starts for as little as $1 a month, full videos when you pledge $3 a month. Check us out at the link in all of our show notes, or just go straight to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Parrish, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Podcast.
Diggity dank.
Hello and welcome back to another week of the Nightwing news. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is.
Hi, I'm Kristen.
And
this is my cat, Nightwing.
Wow. Anyway, tonight we are here to talk new issue, finally got the new issue, 1981, and classic issues, Batman Family?
7 and 11.
Yep.
7-11.
So, yes.
Both classics.
Alright, so, as you know, kids, here on the Nightwing News, we start with the new issue first, so. I don't know, this issue is part of the new disturbing trend where, I guess people aren't trying to sell it yet, but I know at my store today, my guy was saying this is he already sold out of this, I guess, maybe because of the ending. I don't know.
The ending.
I know. All right, so let's get into this. Remember, last time we left Nightwing, he was face to face with Heartless.
Yep.
But we also see Melinda Zuko being sworn in as mayor of Bloodhaven.
Yep. And okay, Melinda Zuko. She's new, right? We have not seen her before because last time it was Sophia Branch Zuko. Mm-hmm. So this is a new supposed daughter of Toonies.
Yeah, well, 78 was her first appearance, yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right. And cat hair all over it. And then we see Blackbuster again.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of like at the Last Supper there.
Yeah. I just have to say, I saw a fanfic somewhere where they were like, all right, if they're borrowing canon from the old Nightwing, I can too. And they, borrowed different stuff. I just hope, I think I've said this before, I just hope that if they're repeating some of the same stuff that happened in Bloodhaven, they don't do the whole tarantula and murdering Blockbuster in front of Nightwing and the rape and all that stuff. And I don't want all of it to happen. I don't want Dick to feel guilty about, I didn't save crappy blood. That whole thing where he was getting... I just hope none of that happens.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to repeat that. Yeah, no.
I hope not. Because I don't think we can all go through it twice. It was too much.
As bad as some of their stuff is, yeah, I don't think they'll repeat stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so...
But yeah, Heartless lets the kids out of the fire because he wants them to run. But he wanted to face Bloodhaven's guardian angel.
That's right.
Again, good art. Heartless is super strong, but he doesn't have the skills.
He has that weird heart gun.
Mm-hmm. He has the upgrades, but he hasn't done the work. Try to take a shortcut to super villainy. Yeah, I love Dick talking to Barbara, but but Heartless just do you always narrate your fights? Just the boring ones.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Stay out of his reach and employ counter superhuman techniques.
And then he's mad, so he goes, "Oh, you absolute!" I guess he says SHIT. I don't know. He says a 4-letter word.
That's something.
It's just symbols. You know what? I kill you later.
But yeah, he's like, you think I'm letting you walk away? Of course you'll let me walk away because I know your pathetic weakness. You care. And those kids are running to the pier or exactly where I wanted them.
And he's like, no.
So yeah, Dick calls Tim and's like, I need to get those kids out. Get the kids
But instead, they're already at the end of the pier, so thankfully, they don't get blown up.
No.
And instead, we
Dick,
ask for help.
Yeah, Dick has Barbara. Yeah, tune in the Maritime Distress channel.
That's right.
Hoping people.
Tim's all like, we're relying on the kindness of the strangers of Bloodhaven, but Bloodhaven's not all bad. I mean, I would say the same thing. I mean, it would be shocking for me to. There's a lot of jerks in the world, but seriously, if you were like, a bunch of kids are in danger of drowning, I definitely think people would come, which they do. We have a couple dramatic moments, but then also the names of the ships.
It starts with Devin, as in Devin Grayson.
That's right. And then the Sealy.
Yeah.
Like Tim. And then the Leonardi. I'm not sure when.
Yeah, that's he was a penciler. He was he was on at least some of Devin's run. Yeah, it was at
okay.
Leonardi,
and then Jurgens, Dan just did that.
Yeah.
The Constant, is that? I mean, that must be somebody's last name. So yeah, like some of the writers I recognize, Fernandez, but
yeah, I think they just threw in a couple writers and artists. Yeah.
That was cute. Then we see Dick's head is bleeding.
No. Mm-hmm. I love it's like, well, yeah, you already have traumatic head injuries,
Yeah, I have to say I do think it's a good job that because honestly, I can't really think of too many other comics where they remind us, oh yeah, this person was seriously injured. I mean, most of the time in comics, people who are human and aren't invincible, they still act like they are.
Well, especially since we've spent the last 2 years with Rick Grayson.
Yeah. So then we have that moment of darkness, and then he's back with his friends. He's like, you lost consciousness. Why? You're still recovering from being shot in the head, and you were punched.
By an enhanced supervillain.
Also, then I noticed it right away that Barbara was wearing a shirt of that Batman slapping Robin.
Oh yeah, that meme. Yes.
The little T-shirts and stuff have been really pretty stellar.
You know the famous Batman and Robin meme, kids.
Yeah. Which I have the comic. I mean, I don't have the comic. I have it in a collection, and I always love to point this out because it's from a collection of imaginary stories, as opposed to all the other Batman stories. And then we get the joke about the name because Tim says, Nightwing was worried about you. Oh, the puppy.
Then we get the official name. Yeah, he's like, that's a great name. Really?
Yes.
I love
to tell other people in this room we can't have two names.
Barbara, I have
three.
So yeah.
Haley Bitewing.
So Tim says the kids are okay. They're back on the street, but they're okay. And then Barbara's figured out, yes, who Maroney was meeting with. Mayor Zuko. So. But she was raised by the Maroney crime family.
I know. He's like, oh, Tony and Rizzo, that's positive. And then Tim's like, she was raised by the Maronis. He's like, worse. For a moment there, you thought, all right. And then they're like, worse. Dang it. I would like to say, though, when Tim says not a lot of good, decent people have a large FBI file, that is, in fact, untrue. Because historically speaking, there have been a lot of civil rights figures and stuff that had large FBI files. So you do not have to be a bad person to have a large FBI file.
I was going to say, what kind of file do you have, Kristen?
Oh, well, I don't know, but I don't think I have a large FBI file. So you could be a really bad person with a large FBI file, or you could be a really good person that the government just doesn't like. It's just all of us average people in the middle that don't have large FBI files.
True.
But yes, I'm guessing that because you haven't heard of Melinda Zuko as, the next MLK or something, that she probably has a bad FBI file.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
saying.
if you grow,
Just saying, though, historically, look up COINTELPRO, people. You'll see.
if you grew up in a crime family, yeah, they probably do keep a big file on you. So they're going through her whole thing.
I do like how Oracle's computer has her own face on it.
It's her brand.
Awesome.
But yeah, Zuko was, Melinda was set up, to take the mayor's place, as soon as he was killed.
Which is true. We saw that happen when Blockbuster squeezed his head, right?
Yep, Nightwing 78, or the first Tom Taylor issue. That's right. Here's my editor's note. And Dick's like, he's going to go pay her a visit. And they're like, no, you have a concussion. I love Tim. Come on. You have a concussion. You're supposed to be more sensible than Bruce.
I know. That was a good one, too. Proper hydration and 8 hours of sleep. But I do understand that he can't rest.
So,
but dogs are supposed to help with that. White Wing's resting.
I know. The dog's like, I get the whole bed to myself.
Poor Haley.
Yeah,
I do like how they show how his stick can be used to do the little cutout thing.
And so, yeah, he breaks in. I guess this is a bodyguard for Melinda, this woman.
Yeah, although I thought it might be her partner too.
Maybe.
I kind of forget now.
I'm standing right by the window with a looks like a katana or something. That just screams bodyguard to me.
Right, yeah, she's definitely that, but I wasn't sure if maybe they were.
Yeah, I don't know.
And she knocks him down the stairs. And now Sonia Zuko really should have listened. Thud.
Yeah, she knocks him out. And Dick wakes up without his mask. And she's like, Dick Grayson, you know me? I know you too. You worked for the Maroney crime family. You're the daughter of Tony Zuko. And she's like, no, I'm not. I thought I was for a long time, but I learned the truth. Spoilers, kids. My real father was named John Grayson. I'm your sister.
Here's my thought. Do you think that's true or she's lying?
I don't know. It could go either way. But it's like, if it's true, then what does that mean? Does that mean his father had an affair or something?
I know. See, that's why I'm like, I really want it to be fake. Because there's never been anything that, John and Mary aren't good people.
Exactly.
Not that having an... the other thing, of course, is I think she's supposed to be older than Dick. So it could have been he had a kid and didn't know about it, but no, it just no. It just seems way too ridiculous and convenient, and so I hope it's fake.
Unless it's fake or it's or they're testing the waters, because back in Batman R.I.P. they were trying to. I think Grant Morrison was playing with maybe Alfred was Bruce's biological father, and he had slept with Martha, but and Thomas was going to be a big jerk, and even Dr. Hurt there, and I think people were just were ready to riot, and they're like, no, oh, he's just lying. Yeah.
I hope that, because it just sometimes I find it very interesting when they kind of excavate into the past and come up with these new things, and other times it just seems annoying and unnecessary drama.
Because I was going to say, I guess he could have had a child before he met Mary, but Melinda doesn't seem that old, though.
Right, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, is she older than Dick? Probably. She better be older than Dick. That would make it at least not as bad if it was like before I met Mary. But I just don't like the implication that John Grayson's a deadbeat dad.
Or it's one of those stories. He never knew I was. He never knew my mother was pregnant.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It could be that. But even so, it just I don't know. It's just like a little bit tarnishes John Grayson, and I don't know.
So is
I
Melissa.
wasn't thrilled. I think it's a cheap shot. I'll be real. I think it's.
So is she gonna like try to help take down the mobsters, or is it now his sis, or is it now his sister, the crime boss, knows who he is?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it would go either way, but I hope it turns out that it's.
Yeah.
It's just like, just because people say stuff doesn't mean it's true, and it just seems ridiculous that, oh yeah, the guy I thought was my dad ended up murdering the guy that's really my dad, and now my brother.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Utter ridiculousness.
So.
But I do like, Tom Taylor's got the nice mix of like the action and the, in like the heartfelt moments, and, because there's some writers, they'll make you just sit there through like 2-3 issues of talking. We get some action, we get some talk, Tom Taylor.
Right. That's why I was kind of like, I think that's why I don't hate it as much as I would otherwise, because he's been doing a good job, but
the pacing's
just.
Again, it could just be, he's just trying to trick us, be like, yeah, no, that's not a system.
My hope is that it's just kind of one of those like hanging you on the edge, like, oh snap, kind of things, just to get us all riled up, kind of like when they had it many years ago, because it was pre-Rick Grayson, where they were like, oh, maybe Sean's pregnant and Dick's gonna be a dad, and then he didn't ever. But
or it's gonna be one of those things where she thought John was her father, but he turns out not to be her father. So, but then at the end, Dick's like, oh well, you may not be blood, but you're still like my sister.
Oh, yeah, like what happened with Yoshka, or however you say it in that. Yeah, so maybe it'll be something like that. But when I saw that, I was kind of like, oh, for F's sake.
I know.
I was like, oh, brother. Again, it just feels a little bit like there's nothing that wrong with it. Kind of like the stuff that happened in that Titans Academy issue that I was like, about, but it just feels like unnecessary drama and kind of.
I know.
Kind of getting drama by taking the easy way out.
And the art in this again is incredible.
Yeah. But again, yes, if it does turn out to be that, like, oh, I'm not really, and we become family, that kind of thing, like that would be fine. That would be fine. It just, I don't know. I just don't want them to. They already, when they did the Court of Owls, were like, oh, Haley Circus is actually a little bit nefarious. I don't want them to turn Dick's parents into. Because, they've done some of that with Bruce's parents, like some different interpretations, not really with his mom, but with his dad. Sometimes Thomas is kind of an a-hole, and depending on the thing. And of course, and Tim's parents have become increasingly jerk faces over the years. Since Tim was, it's just like, can someone's parents not be terrible?
It just seems like everybody always wants to reinvent the wheel and add more stuff to people's past, but the more you do that, the more the parents end up looking bad.
So, and okay, having a kid out of wedlock that you didn't know about is definitely, not up there with, being abusive. It's not like he's immediately going to turn into Jason Todd's terrible parents, but it just feels like a cheap shot at drama. I just feel like it's going to be something like, oh, he wasn't my father, but I was always told he was my, father, Yeah. I'm just hoping that maybe it turns out to be a lie that Zuko is her dad, but then after he murdered the Graysons, the Maronis, to keep her loyal. Because isn't it sometimes that Zuko worked for the Maroni, so he was kind of doing it for them?
Yeah.
That maybe they told her a lie, like, oh, he didn't do it for us. He actually did it because he found out John was your real father or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, there's been so many stories with like, all those crime families intermingling. So
I mean, whatever. It's not horrible, but definitely I was enjoying the issue, and then that page happened, and I was like, man.
I'm just looking here because I saw something online today. I don't know if it's a variant cover for this issue. Yeah, because like I saw the Pride one, which was pretty cool with like him on the flagpole. Did you see that one?
Yes, and you can get a T-shirt of it. Finally, there's some Nightwing stuff in the shop if we want to use our vouchers.
But I did. Oh, it's in the shop?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in the DC shop or whatever.
But okay, I don't know if this is like going to be a second printing or something. But I just today, yeah, it is this issue. There's another variant for 81. Like I said, I don't know if it's for the second printing, but I want this. I want a poster of this or something. See if you can see that.
Oh, that is cool.
Like Tim's.
Yeah, him with Tim.
Yeah, it's like almost like they're sitting in the subway. Dick's like leaning against the wall, drinking a drink, and Tim's like on his phone or something, sitting there on the bench.
Oh yeah, send it to me in the.
Yeah.
Well, do some research, Phil, and send it to me. We can find out.
I will. I mean, it says 81, so I'm like I said, I don't know if it's a second printing or if there's somehow for this one. Hold on, I'm sending it.
I know they've been really blowing it out of the water with those second printings. Like the last week or last time I showed you. Thank you. I showed you the one I bought that was him climbing up the steps.
Well, I think they've been selling out, so that's why they've been doing second printings and stuff.
Oh yeah, you're right. I do see down in the corner it says second printing.
Yeah, because I saw it earlier today and there wasn't a number on it, so I was like, "What, Mom? Which one is this?" But yeah, it's 81.
Yeah.
But yeah, that I would like a poster of that or something.
Yeah. No, the covers are all good, but then why do they have to keep making so many good? They're just trying to take our money, Phil.
Well, yeah. All right. Revelations about the sister aside, another A.
I mean, I guess revelations about the sister, but then the sister part really plummeted it down for me. B- now.
Again, I'm willing to keep an open mind because again, it could just be a big trick or a red herring or something.
No, I mean, even keeping in mind that it's a trick, I'm choosing to assume it's a trick. I'm still like,
playing with your emotions.
Still annoys me.
I mean, remember during Tim Seeley's run, wasn't the thing of like before Mary Grayson met John, wasn't she with what was it, Raptor?
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, people are allowed to date before they meet their spouse.
Maybe maybe when his mother was with Raptor, John was with Melinda's mother.
No, yeah, I know. Yeah, no. I'm saying John doesn't have to be a deadbeat dad. It just still feels like.
It just seems weird because it doesn't seem like she's that much older than Dick. I mean, unless she is. Again, it's comic.
Better be older than. Better not have cheated on Mary Grayson. I'll be real PO'd about that.
It just
would be nice if we could not keep reinventing these parents to have like dark and tricky pasts.
See, that's the thing. Yeah, everyone wants to like put their own spin on the origins and stuff, and it's just like, you know what, Tom, I like what you're doing in the present. No need for this. Give us more happy, happy-go-lucky, with the feels. Come on.
For sure. Whatever. I'm choosing to assume she's lying, though.
You gave us the dog. That's good.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So should we get to the Batman family issue?
Let's do it.
And now you switch to paper, and I switch to digital.
Yeah, I own all of these in paper because this is my jam.
Oh, those are like the original.
Actually, when we get to Batman 11, it's awesome that I have it in paper because some exciting things were revealed in the letter column. Yes. Get ready.
All right.
Yes. So these two are not connected. I picked them mostly because I do enjoy. I mean, the stories are good, although the story in 7 I think is better than the story in 11. 11, let's be real, I picked it because of this amazing cover where they have where they're getting married and Dick is wearing a Robin tuxedo. How awesome is that? So awesome. But 7, I like the story particularly because Bruce cracks me up in it. So I'd just like to know, Bruce is on the phone. Dick, I've been trying to reach you for an hour. Where? You're in Washington? I wanted you to meet me there. Batgirl's apparently been abducted. Now we go to Dick in a phone booth because remember, this is the 70s, everyone. This is 76.
Oh.
Dick says, that's why I'm here, Bruce, and I think I can find her on my own. I know more about her than you do. We've worked together a lot. We're like a team, Batgirl and Robin. My favorite quote. Huh? I've got the what for her? Listen, she's got to be 7 years older. Bruce, the dog. Older woman looked pretty good when I was your age, kid.
Oh, my.
Cracks me up. Cracks me up.
Hey, man, Dick Grayson is an extraordinary person with the agility and speed of a boy and the strength and cleverness of a man.
Right. Also, like, that's funny with the agility and speed of a boy. I mean, you can be a teenager or a young adult and be speedy. You don't have to be a little kid. I mean, I get it, but it just sounds a little bit funny.
Guess they're just like.
Also, I love how in Batman Family and when he's in college, Dick has a Volkswagen bus.
Yes. A red one, yes.
That's pretty quality. Pretty quality. But yes, mostly I love to read this one because of Bruce's hilarity at the beginning and the end. So we also get established that Barbara is definitely older than Dick and kind of by a lot, by 7 years. And Bruce, of course, offering his kind of terrible relationship advice of older women look pretty good. Although when the older woman is Barbara Gordon, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't want to date Barbara Gordon? She's amazing. So then they're getting captured. Blah blah blah. And
oh yeah, there's that bank robbery. They showed she was trying to break up, and then she disappears.
Yep, and Robin goes back to the scene of the crime. It gets falls down the chute, lands on the pillows, and then there's a voice. Take the airline ticket on the table. Ooh, Southwest Airlines. Some free advertising. When was Southwest started? I think Southwest was started right around this time.
Maybe. Oh, but I love. We got this in the Titans a little bit, but this might be when it started. You know, he gets on the plane disguised. He's wearing that beard and wig.
Yes, I know. I love it. Southwest was founded in 1967, so it's real. Oh, I don't know if Southwest flew to Mexico at that point. I know, but he goes like all out with that disguise. So much hair. But it is the 70s.
Covers his head too, but and it just so happens the plane he's on, someone tries to hijack it.
What do you mean just so happens? They know he's going to be on that. They gave him the plane ticket.
Yeah, but I don't think it had anything to do with like Batgirl's kidnappers. I think it just happened. Isn't it just like a random hijacker? Just like because Dick takes him out, then he's like, "Oh, you know, here guys, I'll swap this for this guy for a parachute."
No, he says I'm obviously expecting to make a landing below because the guy says go to a private airstrip due east of Hidalgo, Mexico.
Oh yeah,
you're right. Maybe not.
I don't know. Maybe. Oh no, I think they got Batgirl and they said they'd kill her if you didn't let me go. Yeah, he's part of it. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not not just random. Okay.
Yeah.
So Dick parachutes out where he's supposed to. And then we get Huntress and Sportsmaster, who most recently you saw last summer on Stargirl season 1.
That's so. This is one thing that annoys me, and I think I said this to you before. Why do we have to have a Huntress who's good and a Huntress who's bad? Aren't there enough names in the world that we can give them 2 different names?
And I'm assuming I'm assuming these 2 are from Earth 1 and they have Earth 2 counterparts, and then you have Helena Wayne on Earth 2 who's also Huntress. So it's like
right, that's what I mean. Like, come on. Can't we come up? I mean, even in the Titans, when they stole Starfire for Starfire, they gave Red Star a new name.
I know. I guess there are
lots of names. There's lots of fish in the sea. There's lots of names to be invented. Come up with some. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Nightwing, if he wants, borrowing it from the Kryptonian legend, okay. But like, they'll just be naming people the same thing as other people. Particularly villains and good people, same name. What the heck?
I guess at this point they're just like, someone else on Earth 2. It doesn't matter.
There are lots of names out there. They could have come up with something else.
Yeah, we get like.
Anyway, at least her costume is different.
Yes.
It's very groovy cheetah costume. Or maybe tiger. Sorry, tiger. Ugh.
I don't know. Yeah, like a cheetah or a tiger costume and like a red cape.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be. I think the cape is red on the inside and tiger on the outside. I think it's supposed to be stripes. So I think it's tiger, but the boots, it does look a little more spotted. But whatever.
Still better than like sports. This Sportsmaster just looks like.
Looks like a golfer.
A motorcycle helmet or something.
Well, actually, he just wears whatever sporting outfit he wants. So actually, that's kind of smart. You could just wear whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So long as you can wear it to play a sport, boom. Then what do you think when we're on that page? Batgirl's coming around. What is that, racquetball he's wearing?
I don't know. What's weird because it's like, does time pass or something? Because look at the top of the page, he's wearing that red and white thing, and then by like 2 panels later, he's in like a purple costume.
Maybe he just finished playing racquetball, and so now he immediately changes into his fencing outfit.
Well, it feels like he's changing clothes in the middle of their conversation.
Yeah, I think he is. Wow.
But then we see Robin is parachuted in.
And he trips a wire and gets electrocuted. And now they're going to have a chariot race a la Ben-Hur. I assume that's the movie. He says, by splintering her spokes with a trick I saw in an old movie.
Yes, because they say only the winner will be blown up.
That's right. So they're both like, oh, we have to win. And then Batgirl's like, I see what Robin's doing. So she shoots his arrow. They fence to a standstill. All right, and then they have to go up to the apex of the pyramid.
Yep. Then they're tricked into the pyramid to steal that the ruby.
Right, they dive in. Now, do you see Batgirl throwing something down?
I
mean, she must throw that airbag down. She must have something she can squeeze on.
Yeah, I mean, that must be in her belt or something because I mean, it's right below them, so all she'd have to do is drop it straight down.
Right, yeah.
But watch the spikes on the wall. Gotta get close.
That's right. And then there's the trinket, and she's like, wait a minute. That's the ruby. That's not a trinket.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, man.
So they figure out this.
You've been fooled.
So then they come up with a plan. So Robin goes back up and says, here's the ruby. Batgirl's right behind me.
But he's holding it with the hand that they would explode. She realizes he knows. He figured out we couldn't get the Kame without their athletic skill.
Mm-hmm.
And then, boom. Batgirl jumps out. Don't call your husband names with Robin around. His delicate ears can't take it. Yes, because when I think of people with delicate ears, I think of university freshmen.
Yeah,
Probably heard worse at his boarding house.
they're basically throwing this Ruby around and eventually, just like capture both Cheetah and Sportsmaster.
Huntress and Sportsmaster. Yeah, it turns into a game. See, he's trying to get it with... Now, what's that thing he's got? What game is that where you got the scoop for the ball?
That's what is that? I forget, but yeah, I know.
Oh, no, wait, it says a tool of a sport. Jai Alai? Alai? There's some other, so... Some other kind of raggedy ball sport. Also, does... Oh, yeah, monkey in the middle.
Mhm.
And then they're both trying to get the ruby, and yoink! They got tied up.
Mm. After they tie them both up, I love Batgirl. Wonder which one of us will get. This will look good in the papers. Wonder which one of us will get top billing.
Also, like how they have this like hovercraft, but they can't figure out how to get the ruby out of the. They can have that kind of technology, but they can't just like make a long stick to get the ruby. But I guess it's easier because they're like, yeah, we're villains. We don't care. We'll make other people do our unpaid labor and then kill them. That's how we roll.
Unless they're worried about booby traps or something.
That could be. Yes, so who will get top billing? And then we end with Bruce. Hilarious again. Alfred, have you seen it? Aren't you proud? Bruce like, proud, I suppose. And Alfred gives him the lowdown, and then Bruce, I brought that young man up as if he were my own son, Alfred. I was impressed with Dick's intelligence and skill at an early age, with his eagerness to learn. I was impressed enough to make him my partner, enough to let him strike out on his own. I'm not impressed by the amazing accomplishments of Batgirl or Robin anymore. I've come to expect them. Then he puts his feet up on the desk. I'm surprised Alfred doesn't have a heart attack right there.
Bruce makes it all about himself. He's like, yes, look at the talent I scouted. I honed him.
This cracks me up because in this one it's funny, but then unfortunately it also like kind of hits you a little bit because then later writers they kind of made this a salient character trait of Bruce that he's like, yeah, sure, I'm proud of you, but I expect you to make me proud, so I never tell you I'm proud of you. So you're always constantly struggling to make me more proud of you, but I love you and you are not sure if I love you, and so we just keep going round and around and around. It's like, okay, in 1976, that was kind of amusing because you hadn't turned Bruce into like,
yeah,
I've come to expect this stuff as a salient character trait. And then later they did. So now reading it later, you're like a little bit like, oh, ouch.
Wasn't Bruce supposed to meet Dick in Washington or something?
Yeah, but Dick was like, I got to handle it. Bruce was like, all right.
I guess it just was like Bruce never left. He's like, yeah, I expect it. Good job, but I expect you to do a good job every time.
Hey, Bruce was like, older women looked pretty good to me when I was your age, so maybe he doesn't want to,
mess up the face. I know.
Mess up what Dick's got going on there.
Oh my.
Which is like not officially anything, but Bruce just trying to be a bro.
I mean, at least on that last page, couldn't we have at least seen like a phone call or something? Bruce saying, "Hey, Dick, good job." Oh, Batgirl, I said good job also.
But then it's not funny.
I guess, but he could have made some kind of sports joke or something.
Let's assume he sent him a telegram.
Good job, kid. That was quite the touchdown you made.
But that's why I like it. I mean, it's a fine story, but also the Bruce stuff always cracks me up. Plus, older women look pretty good when I was your age, chum. Oh, Bruce. Deep inside the psyche of Bruce Wayne.
At least Dick likes good girls. I'm like,
so
Bruce.
true. So true. Oh, yeah, which is funny because somebody in this one in the letter column, because this is the letter columns for 5, and they were like, was Robin making a pass at Batgirl? And they were like, yeah. But then somebody was like, he should check out Catwoman. Yeah, Robin seems to be getting interested in older women. How about getting romantically involved with Catwoman? I think the Teen Wonder is old enough to appreciate the same things in her that Batman does, but also young enough not to be so made of stone with his emotions. I'm glad they didn't do that, though. That would be weird. That would be weird.
Almost as if Batman would have been interested in Batgirl or anything would have happened between them. Boy, that would be weird. See the Killing Joke movie.
Also, didn't that happen in Batman Beyond too?
Yeah. Bruce Timm again, so it's like he seemed to have a thing with.
Feast your eyes on the wedding of Robin and Batgirl with their amazing white wedding Batgirl suit and Robin tux. Honestly, I feel like you should kind of consider adopting the Robin tux. I mean, it covers your body. Like it's got some things that recommend it.
I mean, Dick was wearing a Robin costume anymore. Oh, can you imagine Damien?
Oh, look at that one. That one I love. Look at how it fits with the boots. So perfect. Cracks me up. No, I know. He could have worn it in the... There's really just, like, not that much green.
Make Damien wear it. It'll be like look like he's making his first Holy Communion or something.
I don't think Damien's Catholic, though, so...
I said...
some other religious ceremony. No, he should wear it. He should wear it to, like, a school dance. A school dance that's formal, yet also a costume party.
What kind of school? School for assassins.
I'm sure some fancy pants Gotham private school would have a dress up costume party dance that he could wear too.
Oh, in the Super Sons Bowl, Kim and John Kent were going to the same school. I forget if it was Gotham or Metropolis, but yeah, they were both going to like the same school.
Well, then they could wear Robin and Superboy tuxes together.
They're kind of doing another flashback miniseries now because they aged up John Kent, so it's like they really can't hang out as much anymore.
Weird.
Oh, because next month John Kent getting his own Superman book written by some guy named Tom Taylor.
Wait, the same guy who's writing Nightwing?
Yep.
Maybe there'll be secret revelations about John Kent's father.
I think we know who his father is. I mean, he lied.
We do know who his father is. We also know who Dick's father is. That's why the secret revelations are secret and shocking. All right, so then this one, people are trying to murder Dick and Barbara Maze, which is a crime for hire organization. I don't know. I think we mostly just see in Batman Family, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to keep up. I do enjoy Robin making all these graveyard jokes, and the cops are like, "What the heck?" He's fun, who was trying to kill you? I'm dying to know too, Chief.
Oh, I know.
There you go. It's cheesy, but kind of funny.
That Dick Grayson.
Oh. And then we get this random old man who goes to the gas station bathroom, which that's one of the cleanest gas station bathrooms I've ever seen. Just want to point that out. And yells at the mirror, which it turns out is secretly transmitting to some dude.
Yep.
That reminds me a lot of, what's that, Inspector Gadget, where his enemy's always just like sitting in the chair with the cat.
Oh, yeah, and all you see is his hand, I think, too, because look, he just...
Yep.
And then Chapter 2, The Final Days of Batgirl.
No.
Hiding in this parking garage.
Yep.
Because there's information leak in the Congressional Committee.
Right, which this I mean, again, willing suspension of disbelief, but they did at least make it have a little bit more sense in Batman the Animated Series, where Dick stayed in Gotham, went to college in Gotham, and Robin part-time, because it's like, let's be real. I mean, whatever, it's fine, but in terms of secret identity, everyone knows Robin's from Gotham and Batgirl's from Gotham. And then suddenly, Robin starts showing up in Hudson University. Like,
Exactly.
just look at the kids who are from Gotham. You'll pretty easily be able to narrow it down, and it won't take that much to guess. And with Barbara, I think it's even worse. Like, oh, there's a female redheaded Batgirl from Gotham, and then boom, new Congresswoman, Barbara Gordon, female, redheaded, shows up in DC, and shortly thereafter, Batgirl does. Like, how do you not put two and two together?
I know. Suspension of the big suspension of disbelief.
Huge suspension of disbelief. But I was just saying, for whatever reason, it just really hit me randomly when I was reading this. I think partially because she's like, oh, there's a leak on my congressional committee. I'm like, oh, and so Batgirl investigates it? Like, people aren't going to figure, which committee was the leak on? Who's redheaded and from Gotham? Just like Batgirl. Oh, Congresswoman Barbara Gordon.
I get the suspension of disbelief, but I mean, I'd buy it more with Barbara Gordon because it's just like, people might just be like, oh, her dad's the commissioner. He knows all those bad people.
See, I don't know. I feel like it's more obvious with Barbara, and I think it's the red hair. Because not a much smaller portion of the population has red hair than has black hair, and Dick can't be the only Hudson University student from Gotham. I mean, he could be, but let's assume not.
But how many of them have Bruce Wayne's fortune, though?
Well, right, exactly. I'm saying, it would be pretty easy to figure it out. I feel like Barbara's would be potentially even easier, but they're both pretty freaking easy to figure out.
But yeah, she follows this car supposedly with the one with the drop, but the car comes around on her and trashes her motorcycle.
So sad. That was a nice cycle.
And then she pretty much disarms the guys in the car and crashes them into a wall.
Yep, and it's a maze driver, of course.
And then the cops show up, but then we see the guy talking to the mirror again. Maze bungled again. I paid for 2 hits.
No, he looks slightly. Is that the same old dude? I mean, he has different clothes on. I can't tell if he has a mustache. Oh, I guess maybe he does. So maybe it's the same old dude.
Yeah, the coloring's weird, and I don't know if it's supposed to be a different day or not, but yeah.
Then this is so random. I mean, whatever, it made for a hilarious cover, but why do they decide that how they're gonna get them together is a fake wedding? Like, it could have been anything.
Are they filming this? Are they gonna sell the video after they're dead or something?
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, it could have just been like, come to this party, come to this event, just be here, or something bad will happen to the citizens. Like, it really did not have to be a wedding. I mean, I'm glad it is, because to that Robin wedding tux, but really, it did not have to be a wedding. It did not have to be a wedding.
Again, it just plays into the gag of the cover.
Right? Yeah, it's just hilarious.
Love all the guys holding guns.
I know, and they're like, but then my greatest sadness, they're not even wearing the outfits in. It was like a knife to my heart when I read it, that they just show up in the regular clothes. So sad.
But
sad.
Here comes Robin. He looks like he's in a trance.
Mm-hmm. Same with Batgirl. I also like how they say "I will" instead of "I do." Like, In the Middle Ages, anyway. Fun fact: if you say it in the future tense, you're not actually married. It's like a betrothal. Like, I will. But if you say it with words of the present tense, then you're married.
So see, our dynamic duo have studied their medieval history.
Yeah, although, I mean, now you have to have a marriage license, so if they don't have a marriage license, I'm pretty sure it doesn't count.
Yeah, the internet wasn't around yet. None of these guys could have went online.
Right. I mean, I'm not married, you are, Phil, but I'm pretty sure if you just showed up and said, I do, it would not have counted that you were married to your wife. You have to have that official paperwork.
Yeah,
But in the Middle Ages, there wasn't official paperwork, so you could just, you just said the words, and then they were like, okay.
Gotta get
everyone acknowledged that.
Yep. Gotta get the license, gotta get the person performing the ceremony to sign it, and that.
Right. So, yeah, they're obviously not married for a multitude of reasons.
I love how it says, they get to the death do you till death do you part, and everyone just starts opening fire. Then you're just like, oh wow, we blasted them out of existence because they're gone.
That's not how guns work.
No, I mean, you might be like a couple bloody pieces of meat, but yeah, there'd be something there.
Yeah, and there's really literally nothing, just a bunch of holes in that podium, and they come soaring over because y'all are idiots.
What's the podium made out of? The guy ducks behind it.
Yeah, that guy should be dead too. Yeah,
but then
they rigged up a trap door so they could yoink, turn around, and there we go. And then Robin literally throws pepper powder at the guests to make them sneeze.
Mm-hmm.
The Joker would be so proud.
No, you're not supposed to give the bride the kiss of death.
And then Batgirl jumps into his arms so she can go. They go running down. She's kicking and punching all those crappy maze guys out of the way.
Yep.
And they bust out. Boom. Cops come in. Take care of it. And then they explain it to us. Who do you think the old man was? It was Robin.
Yep.
And who do you think provided financial assistance, Phil?
I wonder.
Maybe someone who thinks older women looked pretty good when he was a teenager.
So yeah.
And then she says, "You make quite an attractive older man, Robin." No, he does not.
Well, yeah, because they had to do the epilogue page to explain everything. Yeah, Robin knew Maze was back in operation, but couldn't break it up without finding the head man.
Yeah. But Robin does not look attractive as that old guy. He looks ridiculous.
I know. It was after she says that, he's like, maybe I'll keep this disguise on for a while.
It's like, please don't. You guys are ridiculous. He does not look good. All right. And then here, revealed through the letter columns, someone asked, what's up with... So this is about Batman Family number 9, which involved Dula Dent again. And they're like, what's up with Dick and Dula Dent basically being the same age? This doesn't make any sense. They're like, she must have been born after Harvey was scarred when Robin was at least 12. So what's up with that? And BR, so that'd be Bob Rozakis, right?
I think.
Yes, Bob Rozakis, the writer. He says, this is an example of selective aging in comics. Yes, there should be a 10-year difference in age between Dick and Dula, but for the sake of the story, there isn't. You can make people age however you want. It says, and it's a good thing, or Batman would be 65 and Robin 48 today. So while Dick was aging from 12 to 19, Dula grew from infancy to 18. Okay? So so now this one, 11, is May, June 77. So since 1969, when Dick first went to college, he's aged a year, even though it turns out he hasn't. We ages backwards when he goes to the Titans because it's only been a semester. But yes, so Batman would be 65 and Robin 48. So that's 17 years between them. And it sets it up that Bruce was born in 1912. So he was like 27 when he started Batmaning. And with this, they make it that Dick would have been born in 29. So he would have been about 11. Even though then later on they're kind of haven't beat 8, but there you go.
Well, wasn't that always the big complaint? It's like, Dick aged how many years, and it seemed like Bruce never aged while Dick was aging.
Right, but Dula Dent aged a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Poor Dula. Although then later, as the one we read in, 50, 55, whichever one was Donna's wedding, the Dula's like way older. She's like, yeah, whatever. I was teasing you. I'm not really. So we don't really know what's up with her.
No.
At this point, she's probably more like Harvey's sister or something.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if the character sticks around long enough, it's like you watch the Captain America movies, right?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Like, remember how
I didn't see the first one.
Peggy Carter was Sharon Carter's aunt? When Sharon first showed up in the 60s, like she was Peggy's sister, and then after a while they just made her like the niece instead of the sister. Yeah. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They needed her to be younger.
Oh yeah. Because it's like, well, if Peggy was still in World War II, it's like Sharon really couldn't be her sister like 50 years later,
This is true. So anyway, but whatever. I thought it was mostly interesting for us that they're saying that there's 17 years between Bruce and Dick, which could basically mean, which means they could definitely have a father-son relationship.
Definitely.
I mean, I know sometimes they try to have it be like older brother, younger brother, but 17 years, that's really more of a dad and son.
Exactly. All right, so.
I just thought it was I just was skipping through, and I thought it was interesting and nice of the comics to admit, yes, we selectively age. It's magic. We can make people whatever age we want. Deal with it.
Exactly. They do it all the time. Again, especially like you have a character who first appeared in the, Batman 1939. He's still around in 2021. It's like, yeah, you got to play with the ages and stuff.
Yeah, obviously. For sure. All right.
So.
Fun stuff. What do we have on tap for next week, Phil?
All right. Next time we have, because this was episode 97. We're getting so close to 100. With our big thing there. I don't know if we announced that. Maybe we'll wait, surprise the kids till like we'll announce it on 99.
Okay.
But next week, 98, we are covering the Convergence miniseries. So Nightwing and Oracle 1 and 2.
Oh, a wedding again?
Yes.
What?
Dick Grayson.
Phil, it's like you planned this.
A Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon wedding. Another one, yes.
Another one. Oh. Let's see what happens in this one. Will they get shot? Only time will tell.
And then in 2 weeks, episode 99, Convergence New Teen Titans, where Nightwing is married to Starfire.
Oh, dang. Dick's on a matrimonial streak.
Who is he? Bruce Wayne?
Bruce Wayne's, oh, yeah. Bruce Wayne has been pretend married. Wait, so he was married to Catwoman in Earth 2. Has he ever been married to Talia? No, wait, he was in that, Daughter of the Demon thing, Elseworld? Was he married to her or no?
I don't know if they were actually married or they were planning on getting married, but yeah, that eventually fell through. Yeah, I don't think Earth 1 Bruce has ever been married officially, I don't think.
No.
But
well, I mean, Dick Grayson's never been married officially.
Well, yeah, this is like all alternate stuff, but so kids, send your thoughts on
Well, June is the traditional month of weddings, so here we go.
Oh, that's right. Yes. All right,
we're
kids.
cramming all manner of weddings in.
All right, kids. So send your thoughts on those. And then, like I said, episode 99, we'll announce what we're doing on 100. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to follow Nightwing News on Facebook, Twitter. Find links to all of our various social medias for all our various shows. Links to this YouTube channel. Links to Patreon, links to merch, links to everything all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And remember to follow all things Southgate Media Group. Go to southgatemediagroup.com. Check out the website. Southgate Media Group also has a website or a Patreon, just like Capes and Lunatics. A bunch of free stuff there from everyone on the network. A bunch of paid stuff too. So go check all those out. And of course, you can also support us by go pick up Pod Life, the book, now in digital and paperback. And also, fans of this show, go pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder, put together by you know who. I mean, damn, backward. Damn. Oh, yes. So, and you can buy both of those on Amazon. And when you do, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes. Help us support this show, the network, and that fancy man himself. Loves the trapdoors. Rob, Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom. Please kick me in the pants. Go back and look at my history.
Okay. All right. I don't want to get into the. I mean, I don't know if you saw this story. Supposedly, they cut for the Harley Quinn animated series, season 3 coming up. They cut a certain type of lovemaking scene between Batman and Catwoman out of it, I guess.
Wait, what? No, I didn't see any of this stuff.
Oh, well, again, it's a mature cartoon, so it's like, all right, real quick. I guess they were gonna
didn't know that.
I guess they were gonna have Batman performing oral sex on Catwoman, and they were just like,
oh wow.
I guess some executive was like, yeah, no, we're trying to sell toys, but meanwhile everyone was up in arms. They're just at first everyone was just like, oh yeah, well, you had him sleep with Batgirl and Killing Joke, and all this other, they're like, you do all this other stuff, and then I just see like the line of tweets, everyone's just like, oh yeah, well, because I saw, I'm like, why is Nightwing trending? And everyone's just like, oh yeah, Nightwing would be a very generous lover, unlike Batman. That's right.
Yeah.
Batman himself.
Yeah, I mean, if it's you're not going to show your kids the Harley Quinn show.
But again, they're like, yeah, the Killing Joke. You had Harley almost like raping Nightwing in that Batman Harley Quinn movie. It's just like,
I mean, not really almost. I mean, he was drugged and tied up.
Yeah.
That was weird. That was creepy and uncalled for.
We're just like, really.
That movie was so bad. That movie was so bad.
There's a strange line in the sand to be drawn, kids.
Yeah.
All right. I just thought I'd mention that. Lately, very generous lover. All right, kids. Yes, I'm back next 2 weeks. Well, basically 98, 99, and then I think we have another convergence on episode 101. But I'm going to break it up a little bit for episode 100. Just send your thoughts on all these Dick Grayson marriages. Was the tux the best look? Was the red tux the best look?
Absolutely.
Right, kid, we're dancing. That's why you're going to subscribe to the YouTube. All right. Again, come back in 1 week for another wedding. But until then, join us same wing time.
Nightwing channel.
The Nightwing News.